Hi everyone, this is Rhonda from Moombaka Design. Today I'm going to show you how to make Maggie's mittens. For this pattern you will need bulky weight yarn, which is the number 5 weight yarn, and a 5mm H hook. The finished mitten length is approximately 11 inches including the cuff, which is 3 inches, and it is 5 inches wide at the widest point across the palm of the hand. To begin, create a slip knot with your yarn and place that on your hook and chain 11 stitches. Beginning in the second chain from your hook, work 1 single crochet and work 1 single crochet in each stitch across. At the end of the row, you will have 10 single crochet stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. For the rest of the rows for the cuff of the mitten, you'll be working in the back loop of the stitch, except for the last stitch of each row, which you work under both the front and the back loop. So beginning row 2, work 1 single crochet in each of the first 9 stitches in the back loop only, and then work 1 single crochet under both loops of the last stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. Work 1 single crochet in each of the first 9 stitches in the back loop only, and then work 1 single crochet under both loops of the last stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work, and repeat this until you have 25 rows in total. Once you have your 25 rows, we're going to fold the cuff in half and then seam the 2 side edges together, and working through both layers of the cuff, slip stitch through the back loop for row 25 and the unworked loops from the initial chain row, the foundation row, and you work 1 slip stitch for each of the stitches across. This will close your cuff and mimic the rest of the cuff for what it looks like with the stitches. Now we're going to start our mitten, and we're working around the top edge of the cuff. We're going to work 25 single crochet stitches evenly around the top edge. That's the row ends of your cuff. I work under 1 loop of the row edge, and there's a little tiny hole that is created by the 1 row edge. You can see as I'm working around, and that's where I slip my hook in for the second stitch. So under 1 row end, under 1 loop, and then through that little tiny hole for the next one. Once you make your way around the cuff, double check that you have your 25 single crochet stitches. Now, if you'd like, you can slip stitch at the end of row 1 into the back loop of the first single crochet of the round, or you can continue working around in continuous rounds and go straight to round 2 of the mitten. For round 2, we're going to work 1 half double crochet in each of the first 4 stitches, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. We repeat this all the way around, so working 1 half double crochet in each of the first 4 stitches, and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Repeat this all the way around the mitten, and at the end of round 2, you'll have 30 stitches. Next, we're going to work 6 rounds of half double crochet. I suggest you use a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of the round. And for round 3 to round 8, work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. For round 9, we're going to work 1 half double crochet in each of the first 4 stitches, and then work 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. To create the thumb section for the mitten, we're going to skip 10 stitches. And work into the 11th stitch. And in the next stitch, work 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet. Then work 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. We do this one more time. Work 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Work 1 half double crochet in each of the last 4 stitches to the end of the round. At the end of round 9, you have 24 stitches. For round 10, work 1 half double crochet in each of the first 6 stitches. Remember to replace your stitch marker for this round. And to reinforce this thumb section, the 7th stitch is worked a little bit differently. Work the 7th stitch around the stitch below the 7th stitch. So around this section here, work 1 half double crochet to enclose that section. Skip the stitch behind it or under it and work 1 half double crochet in each of the remaining stitches around to your stitch marker. At the end of round 10, you have 24 stitches. For the next 6 rounds, we will work 1 half double crochet in each stitch. Remember to move your stitch marker at the end of each round to keep place of where you are, and work round 11 to round 16, making 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. For round 17, we're going to decrease by working a half double crochet 2 together stitch. Now when I do this stitch, I do it much differently than you would regularly make this stitch to make it less bulky. So yarn over your hook and insert your hook under the front loop of each of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over your hook and pull through those 2 loops you just picked up. Yarn over your hook and pull through the remaining 3 loops on your hook. Then work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then work a half double crochet 2 together again in the next 2 stitches, working under the front loops only and working it as a yarn over. Insert your hook under the front loop of each of the next 2 stitches, yarn over and pull through those 2 front loops, yarn over and pull through the remaining 3 loops on your hook. Work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then repeat this all the way around, working your half double crochet 2 together, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. At the end of the round, you will have 16 stitches. For round 18, work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. For round 19, we begin by working our half double crochet 2 together, working under the front loops only. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook under the front loop of each of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over your hook and pull through those 2 front loops. Yarn over your hook and pull through the remaining 3 loops on your hook. Work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then repeat that sequence again, working a half double crochet 2 together, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around until you have 4 stitches remaining. And for the 4 stitches that are remaining, work your half double crochet 2 together twice. At the end of round 19, you will have 10 stitches remaining. You can finish off leaving an 8-inch tail of yarn to allow us to close the top of the mitten. Next, we're going to work on the thumb section of the mitten with the opening for the thumb on the left-hand side of your work. We're going to join our yarn to the furthest stitch on the right-hand side of the opening. I create a slip knot on my hook and then remove it. Insert my hook under that first stitch on the right. Place that slip knot back on my hook and chain 1 to secure it, and then chain 1 and work 1 half double crochet in that first stitch. Work 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches around the thumb opening. When you slip stitch to join at the end of round 1, you slip stitch to the actual stitch where you joined your work at the beginning of the round, not to the chain 1. At the end of round 1, you have 11 stitches. For round 2, work 1 half double crochet in the chain 1 space. That's the first chain 1 you made in round 1 before you made your first half double crochet. And work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So you have the 1 in the chain 1 space. Make sure you don't miss your first half double crochet stitch. And then work 1 half double crochet in each of the remaining stitches around. At the end of round 2, you will have 11 stitches. Slip stitch to the first stitch of the round to join. And for the next 4 rounds, we're going to work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. Remembering to slip stitch to join at the end of each round and not work into that slip stitch for the following round. We're not counting the slip stitch as a stitch. After you've worked 4 rounds of half double crochet, for round 7, we slip stitch to join in that first stitch at the end of round 6. That slip stitch does not count as a stitch. For round 7, we're going to skip that first stitch. We're not going to work our half double crochet in it as well. And we work 1 single crochet in each remaining stitch around. At the end of round 7, you have 10 single crochet stitches. We're not counting that slip stitch. You can finish off leaving about an 8-inch tail of yarn, and we will close up the tip of the mitten and the tip of the thumb. To close the tip of the thumb of your mitten, insert your yarn end on your yarn needle, and we're going to weave this yarn end in and out of the front loop of the stitches for round 7, working back and forth, so away from you for one of the loops and then towards you for the next. So weave your yarn needle in and out of those front loops of those stitches until each stitch has been worked once. Once you reach the end of round 7, gently pull on that yarn tail to close the top of the mitten. Secure it under a few loops and then thread it through to the inside through the top opening of the thumb hole. We're going to weave it in securely on the inside of the mitten. To close the top of the mitten, we use the same process. We place that yarn end on a needle and we weave it through the front loop of each remaining stitch from round 19 of the mitten. We weave in and out, so back and forth, away from you and then towards you for that entire round, making sure that each of the stitches that were left in round 19 has been worked under once. And then pull the yarn tail gently but firmly to close the top of the mitten. We cinch it closed. Next, thread that yarn needle to the inside of the mitten and then weave in your ends securely on the inside of the mitten where you won't see it. Then finish off your yarn end and put your mitten back the right way, so the right side's facing out. And you're finished your mitten. Make your second mitten the same as the first, and then you'll have your pair of mittens. Thank you for watching this video tutorial to learn how to make Maggie's mittens. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to follow along at umbakadesignCrochet.com for more free patterns and free crochet tutorials. Thanks so much and have a great day.